Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and on today's video we're going to be firing up the LS+T56 for the very first time in a very long time. This time she has a T56 transmission and a monster twin disc clutch, and the LS engine is now non-turbo. I took the turbo kit off of it, so we're going to run it manual trans non-turbo for a little while and see how we like that. So we've been installing the T56 for several videos now, and I just buttoned up the last of that, and so it's literally time to turn the key and see a couple of things. Let's see if the engine will even start, because like I said, it's been months and months, and it's been sitting with E85 in it for all that time. And also took the turbo kit off. So you know how that is when you take stuff off and you make changes. You're always nervous about whether it's going to start up again or not. So we got to figure that out, and then we got to figure out if the clutch is good. I bled it. The clutch pedal feels good, but you know how that is again. Clutches and hydraulics are always an issue on cars. I've never had good luck on clutches and hydraulics, but this one went together and bled really easy. So feeling good about that. So we got to test that. And then the transmission itself, it's just a junkyard transmission. Basically I bought it used off Marketplace, as you do. So who knows if that's any good, but we got to fire this thing up and see if it's even going to work, see if it's going to start, see if the clutch is good, and see if all the work we put into this sucker is going to pay off. And so let's get started. Alright guys, so as you saw, the car fired up super good. I cannot believe how well it fired up, to be honest with you. AFRs are looking good. So now it's time to test the transmission, see if the clutch is going to work. I am so nervous about this. To be honest with you, this is my least favorite part about building a car, is testing it for the first time and seeing if things work. I absolutely hate it. So let's put her in reverse. Alright, so it went in reverse easy, so I guess the clutch is actually working. So let's let it out and see if the car will move. Car's moving. It's a good sign, guys. It's a good sign. We are backing out of the garage as a manual transmission. This is first for me. This car has never been a manual its whole life. Oh my gosh, we got a clutch, boys. Wow guys, this car is ready to be test driven. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy right now. I would say you don't even know how happy I am, but you guys know. You guys build cars, you do this stuff. This is amazing. I'm so happy everything's working. Okay. I think it's basically time to take this thing out for a test drive. Woohoo! Alright guys, we're going for the first test drive. The LS240 with the T56. Yeah, it sounds good.
I'm not hearing anything at all.
No, not at all.
Not like you would think it was. How's that for test 4?
Second gear. It's a little bouncy. I don't know if that's a suspension or what. The gearing feels pretty long, like that was second gear the whole way around. Transmission feels super nice, man. Problems at all so far. Oh my gosh, I don't know what to say. It just works. I figured it'd be weirder to drive it with a 5-speed than it is. It's just kind of feels like driving any old 5-speed, which is good. It's exactly what I want, but huh. Well, gosh. It runs, it works. I don't know what to do now, really. Fix the hood and fix the bumper, and then get out on the road and get some speed going. Other than that, I think I'm going to kill it and look for leaks and stuff. Okay, so update time on the 240SX after the test drive footage. That was actually several days ago. So I'm just catching up to finishing up the video here. The car did fantastic with the new transmission. The new shifter's working out very good. The car is just actually working perfect. I could not believe how how easily the car started up, how well the transmission is shifting. I've literally not had one single problem with the car in the past several days of driving it around. So nothing is broken or fallen off or given me any issues whatsoever. In fact, it's gone so well that you can see the number on the door there. We went to Autocross yesterday here in our local one town over in Neosho, Missouri, and I autocrossed the car yesterday. I've never autocrossed anything ever in my life, and I certainly never thought I would be autocrossing this car the same week I put the transmission in it and finished that up. So that's a testament to how well the whole package is actually working right now. Coolant temps are good. The car is very, very happy all the time. It cruises down the road just super happy and smooth, zero vibrations, no problems. I can do 70 miles an hour, and if I put it in sixth gear, it only turns 1600 RPM. So the transmission gearing spacing is really good. Basically, first through fourth is all you ever need. Anytime you're below like 60, I guess you'd say. So you could use first through fourth almost all the time. And then fifth it feels like an overdrive. And then sixth is just absurdly overdriven. You really only need it whenever you're doing like 65 plus. So I think it's going to be good to have sixth because I do want to put a lot of miles in this car. So I'll probably be driving pretty far distances from time to time down the down I-44 and doing 80 miles an hour. And I'm going to have that super low RPM, which is going to be good for fuel economy. So all in all, I'm super happy with converting this car to the T56. I really couldn't be happier. It drives so fantastic. The Monster twin disc clutch is incredibly smooth, like the smoothest clutch you could ever imagine. Just feels like a stock car. The clutch pedal pressure is super lightweight. Anybody could drive this car with no problems whatsoever. In fact, I want to teach my wife to drive it. She doesn't know how to drive a 5-speed because it drives so easy, but we'll see if I can get her to do that or not. But yeah, so that's where the car sits right now. I did the autocross. I made 8 laps around the track. I do have some footage of that filmed by Jonathan. If I can get that footage, maybe I'll put it in the video here or make another video. I don't know. Autocross, by the way, if you've never done it, is super, super fun. It was so good to push this car as hard as I possibly could and just know that nothing bad would happen, like you're not going to slide off and hit a tree or hit a ditch or something. You're just in a safe spot where you can really give it everything. And for as long as I've had this car, believe it or not, excuse me, yesterday is the first time I've ever pushed this car as hard as I could. Got sideways, did burnouts, locked up the front brakes. I've never had a time where I could just really push this car because it's constantly been in a state of being built or rebuilt or blown up and repaired. So my vision for putting the manual transmission in and taking the turbo off was so that I could, was so that I could actually use the car and go to events exactly like that and have fun without worrying about something breaking all the time. So I think that it is actually, well, it is happening. It's working out really, really good. And it is, I can't even explain to you how satisfying it is to actually get this car out and use it. We also took it to a little car meet in another town a couple nights ago and got to show it off to some people there who really appreciated it and gave it some love. And so that's the kind of stuff I want to do with this car now, is get it out, enjoy it in different and unique ways, and experience it with new people and have fun with it. And it's happening and it's working. So I think what's next for the car is well, I need to get the new hood on there, which I have. I just need to repaint it, do some body work, and get that on there. Also, I made a hood prop rod for it, and I'm really proud of that. Let me show you that real quick. Hold on. Okay, so this is a really small thing to you guys, I'm sure, but this car has not had a hood prop rod for like a decade. So yesterday, I got tired of holding the hood up to show people at the car meet and to show people at the autocross, and I was like, man, I need a hood prop rod. I'm just going to build one, and I happen to have this piece of straight steel laying around specifically just for when I need to fabricate stuff. And so I bent it and put that shape in it there, and then I put another 90-degree bend in it down here, and I drilled this hole. And then you can't probably see it, but I actually put shrink wrap tubing around the end here just to make it less scratchy. And I put shrink wrap tubing down here on the end of it here too. and so it's just less scratchy down there. But anyway, so now I've got a hood prop rod that works perfect, and it actually does just fold right down, and it lays across here, right across this area, and the hood closes. And yeah, fully functional hood prop rod. I love little fab projects like that. So yeah, I don't know what's next for the car. Basically, I just want to drive it a bunch and use it. At some point, well, probably won't be very soon, but at some point, I do want to pull the engine out and redo the whole engine bay, repaint, get rid of all this burnt stuff, do something about this big hole, and tidy up that hole over there, and finally paint and bodywork the core support, make that all nice again, and basically just do a cosmetic refresh, make the car kind of like nicer again to look at. And we'll see about the body. My dream for this car has always been the factory Sylvia OEM Aero body parts, so that would be a completely different Aero bumper, and then the Aero side skirts, and then rear spats. That's my long-term dream for this car as far as the visual look of it. So we might move towards that later this year. We'll see how that goes. And then wheels, I want a matching set of wheels. So I could just put her front wheels off the Z on the front, and that's her back wheels on the back right now. And then I'd have matching wheels, but they're 18s, and I think an 18x9 in the front is pretty aggressive, and it might rub a bunch, but I'll just try it and see. But really, probably the better size for this car is 17s anyway, and that's a 17 by, I think 7.5 or 8, and then the back really should be a 17 by 9 minimum. But I can't get them in that style. All I can get is a 17 by 8.5 in the rear, or I can get that style in an 18 by 9.5 in the rear, and that'd be okay too, probably. So I don't know. We'll see what happens there. But yeah, I'm going to wrap up the video here. But thanks, guys, for watching and following along. Like I said, I might upload some clips of the Autocross into this video, or make another video or something about it. But all in all, for the first time in a long time, finally getting to actually get out there and use it. If you guys enjoy this kind of content, give me a sub on the channel. I appreciate it. Give me a like on the video if you enjoy it. Ask me questions down below. And otherwise, guys, I will catch you on the next one.